Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the video. So today I'm going to be taking you through a day in the life of a CRNA and what my routine looks like at work when I'm working in the OR. So I start off my day by coming down to the locker room, which is where I am right now, getting changed into my scrubs, and then I go upstairs and look at my assignments so I can get prepared and see what my cases are for the day. So I actually don't know what room I'm in today. Sometimes I know the day before, but we had some stuff got switched around because there was bad weather today. So I don't know where I'm gonna end up. I was supposed to be an MRI, but I think I'm gonna be somewhere different. All right, guys, I'm headed upstairs right now to check my assignment for the day, and then I'll get my room ready and show you how I do that. First thing I do when I get in my room is turn on my anesthesia machine to start my machine check. That is very important because you want to make sure your machine's working properly before you start doing anything for the day. And then I set up my airway equipment. Depending if it's a male or female is how I decide what size to choose. And actually for this case, I decided to use an LMA because the case did not require an AT tube. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my emergency airway equipment aside just in case we do need an AT tube and keep the LMA here. LMA stands for laryngeal mask airway. So it doesn't go all the way down in the trachea like an ET tube does, an endotracheal tube, but instead it kind of sits in the back of the throat above the vocal cords and helps keep the airway open and keep air moving. Then I go get my drugs out of the AccuDose, or my medications for a more professional term, grab my antibiotics, and I'm getting ready to set all that stuff up. So make sure I have everything, double check everything. IV Tylenol or Ofirmev is amazing. It helps with pain a lot. And I'm doing an opioid-free anesthetic this day, so I brought everything with me that I would need. Ketamine, Precedex, Versed, ephedrine, and propofol. I love Precedex. It's my favorite medication. It helps with pain, anxiety, sedation, anything you can think of. Really quick, I'm on my morning break. I did find another awkward spot to film in, but I wanted to tell you guys something really fast because I'm so excited about it. And I am actually starting a new community platform via Patreon where I'm going to be helping people with their nursing goals and career goals. So I'll be mentoring and helping, answering questions, going live, doing all sorts of things, helping you through the process of applying to nursing school and CRNA school, finding your first jobs, starting travel nursing, just basically sharing all my knowledge of all things nursing. And there will also be a section on there where John and I help you reach financial freedom because that's one of our passions as well. And with nursing, you could definitely reach that. It's super attainable because good pay, hours are flexible, and there's so many options to do different stuff. So we want to help you reclaim your time and your freedom while also pursuing your career you're passionate about. So if that's something you're interested in, the link will be below. We would love to have you be part of our new community. I'm so excited about it. We've been working on it for a long time. And it's going to be called More Than Money. We called it More Than Money because life is about more than money. You can always get more money, but you can never get more time. And if you work smarter, you don't have to work harder. We have 3 different options. All Things Money is the first tier. All Things Nursing is the second tier. Those are kind of self-explanatory. What I recommend is you join the 3rd tier, which is the More Than Money All Access. We will be having a special for the release on the More Than Money All Access for $20, so make sure you sign up while that's going on. All right, the room is clean now after my 2nd case, so I'm gonna start getting everything set up for my 3rd case, get my drugs out, get in here, set up my airway stuff. And I have to keep you guys like kind of close because I can't show you the whole room. So that is why the angles are not super great. Mid-shift update, it is about 1 p.m. I'm going to lunch right now. Somebody's giving me a break and starting my next case for me. I am currently in the anesthesia workroom downstairs. If it seems like I'm filming in awkward places sometimes, that's because I can't always film in the hallway because sometimes there's patients and other staff in the hallways. So I come in a little area like this where I know nobody's gonna come in so I can update you. Quick little view of our workroom. It just has a lot of extra anesthesia supplies for the 2 ORs we have downstairs. There's a cart here to restock, and that's about all that's in here. Our really big workrooms upstairs. I have a little bit of downtime right now because I finished my first 3 cases. Like I said, I've been doing plastics today, and I did a trigger finger release, a carpal tunnel, and a wound debridement and wound vac change. So that's what we've been doing in plastics this morning, and I have 2 more cases this afternoon, a skin graft and something else. I'm not sure what the last one is, I need to look. But anyways, I have a little break because we're switching surgeons, and different surgeon is taking this room for the afternoon because the one from the morning is done and he's leaving and going to his office. So I already have my room all set up for my 4th case. When that surgeon gets here, I'll go get my patient who I've already talked to and take them in there. I'm here from 7 to 5 today. I don't think I told you guys that yet. So a 10-hour shift, and I actually like these shifts because then you can work 4 days a week. 7 to 5 is not really bad. You still have your whole evening when you get off at 5, and I usually go to gym in the morning before work. So I feel like I have the morning as well, at least to get that done and get our lunches packed. It's just nice to not have to work all 5 days like when you're doing 7 to 3. Sometimes I like getting off at 3, but it's kind of a mix, so our schedule's really flexible. Nobody needs help right now. I already asked all the other CRNAs if they need anything. The 3 o'clock people should be leaving soon because it's almost 2:30, and I'm not relieving anybody in a room, so I can't go relieve them early because I'm just staying in my room. So I'm just hanging out here on the comfy brown couch in the break room. All right, guys, I'm getting off 30 minutes early. It is 4:30 right now. Sorry if it's just shaky. I'm walking down the stairs, but I just finished my last case. I actually flipped to a different room and did ortho for my last case. So I did a fracture because people keep falling on the ice, unfortunately. But I'm heading home now. I'm going to change. There's like a big ice storm warning right now. B just picked Sean up from daycare early, but apparently it's getting really bad out. And I walk to work, so it shouldn't be a big deal for me, but I'm interested to go check it out. I'll tell you more about my day and my routine when I get home, because as you know, I can't record a terribly large amount in the hospital, but I want to sit down and chat with you. Freedom! Just kidding. I'm outside now. Can take off my mask. Do you like my Impossible Burger mask? They sent it to me and I love it. Anyways, it's just raining right now, but it's supposed to be getting colder. So I guess the ground could freeze and then it could become ice. But good thing is I'm not slipping all over the place like I was when I came here this morning. Sorry, I had to cross the street, so I got off the video for a second. But I want to tell you something that happened to me today that kind of puts things into perspective a bit. So I was walking back from the cafeteria from getting my veggies, and there was a lady wheeling down the hall, and she said, "Hi, how are you?" So I said, "I'm good, how are you doing today?" And she was actually having a horrible day. One of her loved ones was in the ICU, and it wasn't looking good, not looking like they're gonna make it. She just started pouring her heart out to me, was crying, and I felt horrible. So I stayed and talked to her for a little bit and told her how to contact the chaplain when she gets up to the unit, because the nurse has to put in a referral for the chaplain. So she didn't know about that. She said she would love that. And the point of me telling you this is just because it always makes your problems feel smaller when you run into people like that. Like this lady was having a normal life a month ago, and now her loved one is in the ICU and she's having to make a decision about taking them off life support. So our problems a lot of the times aren't as big as they seem. Minor inconveniences such as weather or things closing, you know, at least we're happy and healthy. Hopefully you are as well. I hope you're happy, healthy, and all your family is too. But I just want to tell you that because sometimes stuff in the hospital, sorry, my hat's annoying me, just really hits you in the heart. And that happened to me today. Also, you would think after working in the hospital for 6 years, I would know when I say, "How are you?" that usually the answer is going to be something gut-wrenching or stressful. But I'm glad I asked her because at least she got to like let out her emotions a little. Baby!
Is Mommy home? Is Mommy? Tell her what we've been doing.
Are you having a snow day?
We've been folding all the laundry. I've got dinner underway, cooking. No,
dinner? Oh, I was like, dang. Oh, thank you for folding the towels.
They didn't quite make it to being put away.
Hi, Beamer. Do a flip. Show me. Wow. Good job, baby. You're a gymnast. B just went to bed. John's finishing up some work, so I wanted to have a quick chat with you guys and just answer a few questions I think you might have if you've watched this video and made it this far that I haven't talked about yet. So first of all, if you're wondering where I work, if you're new to my channel, I work at a level 1 trauma center. I do work in an ACT model, which means I work in an anesthesia care team model in collaboration with physician anesthesiologists. So there's a lot of CRNAs and there's a few anesthesiologists. We all work together. Next, I wanted to talk about what my typical caseload is like and what kind of cases CRNAs do at my facility. So CRNAs do all the cases, nothing is off limits. We do everything from level 1 traumas to pediatrics to neuro, cranies, tumor removal, brain surgery, anything you can think of, even down to the more routine stuff like dental extractions, lap choles, things like that. So basically we do absolutely everything. We also do intubations on the floor and in the emergency room if they need help. Lastly, I wanted to talk about managing stress as a CRNA, or how stressful I find the job, because that's a question I get all the time. So being a CRNA, yes, can be stressful because you're basically responsible for somebody's life. You're the only provider that's doing the anesthesia. You're alone in a room making decisions for somebody and trying to take the best care of them you can. Now, I truly believe the key to alleviating stress or having a less stressful time is knowledge and educating yourself, because the more you know, the less scary something is. The more you understand what you're doing, the what ifs, the what could go wrong, the what you're gonna do if something does go wrong, having a plan A, B, and C The more you're prepared, the more you have all that, the more comfortable you feel. Confidence comes with experience, but you can be as prepared as possible without that experience as a student or a new graduate, for example. So if something's making me feel uneasy, like a procedure I have not done before or a block that I'm not familiar with, I simply take a few minutes, look it up on a respected source, something that I'm used to, something that I trust, talk to my colleagues that I know have more experience than me, and just get as much knowledge as possible. Of course, everybody handles stress differently, so you might handle stress differently than me, and that is totally fine. I handle stress differently than some of my colleagues. So you just have to find what works for you. Also, another thing is just having a life outside of work, taking your own time to re-energize and recharge and just do something different than anesthesia. While I love anesthesia very much, I can't do it 24/7, neither can you, nobody can. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about regarding stress and being a CRNA. So, that wraps up this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful, informative, fun to watch. I really enjoyed making it. I really love making these videos and sharing my experience as a CRNA with you. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps my channel out. It helps the YouTube algorithm apparently. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. And as always, I will see you next week.